Hey guys, this is Gabriel Lorenzi, creator of the blog Grupo Dicas, one of the biggest travel blogs in the world, and today I'm here to tell you about a very nice itinerary for you to do in Greece and the Greek islands. People have this difficulty when planning a trip there, we had it too. It's the first doubt, which islands do I know, which route do I take? So as we had already been there and had this experience, we thought it would be nice to make a very nice itinerary with all the tips for you to have in your mind, a very nice trip passing through Athens, the main Greek islands, and getting to know the best of Greece, the most beautiful beaches there. So we'll give you all the tips, don't worry. So guys, enjoy the video, don't forget to give us the like, subscribe to the channel because that helps us a lot, and that's it, buckle up. Well, making an itinerary to Greece is not as simple as in other countries because most of the cities are islands, so you have to have some logistics, see how you're going to get around. But don't worry, we'll show you a very nice roadmap to get to know the best of Greece in an easy way. We'll make it easy, we try to make a simple itinerary, but also a good one that goes to the best islands, the best beaches, and the best sites. It will be a nice itinerary for those who want to spend 7 or 8 days, or also 12 days, adding in islands that we'll talk about in the end. So these 2 periods of time are perfect to do this tour that we'll talk about. So if you're going there, make sure you try to stay this amount of time. So in our opinion, the coolest tour you have to do and you can't miss is Athens, Santorini, and Mykonos. These are the 3 main places. The tip for Athens, we didn't get much of a hint, they didn't tell us about it, and we found it when we visited there. We set aside 2 days for Athens, it's more than enough. Athens doesn't have that much to see unless you want to know a lot about the history of the place, but we think that 2 days is fine. 1 whole day to visit the Acropolis, which is beautiful and has many attractions. It's a very beautiful place that shows all the history of Greece. The place, the scenery is sensational, it's totally worth it. Another day to visit the city, go to a nice restaurant, visit the center, and then you can go to the islands. That's enough. Our first tip, the closest island to Athens is Mykonos, so go to Mykonos first. If you go straight to Santorini, it's further away, so you get a better itinerary set up if you go to Mykonos first. One thing you need to know, these bigger islands that we are mentioning here, they have airports. The planes are much smaller, but there is a flight, everything you can go. It takes about 40 minutes, it's very fast, but one cool thing that we use it a lot are the ferries. For those who don't know, there are many ferries in Greece. They are gigantic ships that serve only as transportation from one island to another. We found them very good because they are cheaper than the airplane. It's faster to go up because there is not that question of checking in and taking a long time with the security process. We think the ferries are much faster and cheaper, so you end up saving money and they work very well. I'll even leave it here in the description of the video. Whoever wants to click on the arrow to open, I'll leave it all the links that we use to plan our trip there. And one of them is the ferries website. It's the biggest site in Europe and Greece. You enter any destination and they show you which ferries they have, the schedules, route, duration, price. It's very simple to use, so try to use the ferry. To give you an idea, from Athens to Mykonos it takes about 2 hours by ferry. It's very fast. By plane it takes half an hour. It's even faster, but the ferry is very easy. So our suggestion is to go to Mykonos. Once in Mykonos, we think you should stay at least 3 days there. We loved the city. We didn't have Clarinha yet, and we really enjoyed the nightlife, and the nightlife is very good. It's a very lively city. The island is very lively, so it has a very high energy. People are comparing it a lot, even to Ibiza, as if it were a new Ibiza, but more relaxed, more natural, because things are not so packed. They are more on the beach. There are several beach clubs, so we really liked this part of it because we like it. Then there are also the beaches that are very beautiful, the places. So it's an island that you should stay at least 3 days to make worth the trip. So because you have to move around, go to the hotel, store your things and pack, we think that staying less than 2 days somewhere is not worth it because you lose too much time. So book about 3 days for Mykonos because it's really cool. And then after Mykonos, our tip is go to Santorini. It takes about 2 hours by ferry or 34 minutes by plane, but it's very quick from there. And it's a very beautiful island if you ask me. It's the most famous island in Greece. It's the most romantic island. So for couples, it's sensational. Everybody goes to Santorini to spend their honeymoon. It has a coastline that forms a caldera, which they call a very beautiful part where you can see the most beautiful sunset in the world. There are hotels overlooking the sea and you can see the sunset, which is beautiful. We managed to get a hotel that's well located there. Most of them face this caldera, so you can enjoy this more romantic, more natural climate. There's the red beach, which is very nice. It's a red beach because of the rocks, the color, so the red rocks contrasts with the red sand, also red with the blue sea. That's very light blue, so it's beautiful. We thought Santorini was very nice. Also a minimum of 3 days for you to stay there. It's wonderful. These islands are not so small. We say island and everybody thinks it's a small island. No, they are big, really big. There are several regions, neighborhoods, so check carefully where you're going to stay to be close to everything and to be in the best possible location. To help you, we were able to put together some nice little maps. I'll leave that in the description of the video as well, which is a map of each island in Athens with the best possible location. We put it inside a hotel search engine, which is the biggest search engine in the world. You surely know it. It's through that we always make the reservations because it has the largest quantity of hotels, the best prices, and it's super safe. We were able to create these personalized maps from it. You click on it and it will open the best possible location for each island. Then you enter the delivery trip and the hotels will appear within that location and with the filters that we have already set from 3 stars upwards and from 8 to 10 guest reviews, which are requirements that we use in the searches that guarantee you a good hotel, so you won't have any trouble. So it's good to do some research. And another important tip for the islands is the car. You need the car to get around there. The public transportation, we found the motor taxis there as well as the buses, very tense, kind of chaotic. The streets are not that well structured. We found it a little bit difficult to use this kind of transportation. So what saved us and what we found very good was the car rental. It's very easy to rent a car there and drive, and it's also very cheap. The prices are good, so we rented it. We were going with 4 people, so splitting it up makes even cheaper. Our tip is rent a car because it really makes the difference. The most beautiful beaches are far away. Take a look. The important tip about the car is that you need to have an international driver's license, but it's very nice to get, very simple. Just Google how to apply for PID in your country. This is how you will get the license to rent the car in Greece. It's your driver's license translated into English, so travel with it so you don't have any problems. And for you to save a lot, there is the car rental comparator. That's a very good comparator. I'll leave it here in the description of the video as well. It compares all the rental companies on each island and guarantees the best prices. The prices are sensational. We saved a lot using the comparators. Don't leave the rental car to be done there because it's much more expensive. Do it online and do it beforehand. And folks, any doubt you may have, whatever you may really need, you can send it to us and we'll be glad to help you. If you want, it's even easier. Add us on Instagram at @PaiLorenzi. Send a direct message that I'll help you with the greatest pleasure. And take the time to follow us there. We're always traveling around the world, trying to show the tips in a very cool way and the family routine with our little one, which is a blast. And soon we'll be leaving in Orlando, so we'll be able to show you everything, the routine, the trips. We'll keep traveling the world, so follow us there. I'm sure you're gonna love it. And then staying Athens, Mykonos and Santorini, you already have a trip of about 8 days. It's already a very nice trip. Now that we did, and what we highly recommend is that you add an island. A lot of people talk about Zakynthos, which is a very beautiful island from what we saw, but we didn't go. It has a beautiful, sensational beach, but it's on the other side of Greece. As we are already making an itinerary, we think it's easier to simplify things. We opted for Crete. Crete is an island that's not as famous as the others, but it's the biggest of all. It's very big and it has very good prices. So we stayed there for 4 days, almost 5 days, because the prices were half the price of the other islands, and it has very beautiful beaches. But the island is very big, practically a country of people, so you will need a car as well. This helps a lot. And the nice thing about choosing Crete is that it has 2 of the most beautiful beaches in the world. Elafonisi, which is a sensational island. It's a breathtaking place. You end up having sea on both sides. There's a part of sand there that you turn to the right and there's the sea, and you look to the left and there's also the sea. So it's really beautiful. And Balos Beach is very nice, very nice. The only thing, to be very honest, is that to get to these beaches is a little difficult. It's a 40-50 minute drive. The beaches are isolated, and that is why they are the most beautiful beaches in the world, because they are really isolated and are under those cliffs. So after you stop the car, you have to walk about 15 minutes down a hill, but it's a sensational scenario, one of the most beautiful beaches we have ever been to. So all of this was super worth it. And then you complete a very nice itinerary. It was one of the most incredible trips we have ever done in our lives, and it was a great one and very easy. After you are in Crete, the city has an airport, so you can take it from there, because the ferry is also 2 hours from Mykonos to there. It's very fast. Then when you come back, you will be further away from Athens. There are ferries that take about 6 hours, and it's a little bit difficult, but you can go there without any problem. But there are flights. There's a plane that's very fast. In 1 hour, you can go back to Athens. And here below in the description of the video, I'll leave all these links that I've been mentioning, the links that we use it to plan our trip and that made us save a lot. There's also the travel insurance comparator. Don't forget that it's also mandatory for almost any country in Europe, including Greece. So make your own, it's very cheap. This comparator is very good too. It also compares all the insurance companies, just like the rental car one, and finds the best prices. Take a look there, it's very good. And also I'll leave the link of the internet chip for you to use your cell phone abroad, which is the cheapest and most practical way to use the internet, because it helps a lot there on the Greek islands. You buy it in advance, receive all the instructions, and when you arrive in Greece, you just place the chip and start using your cell phone. It's very good, and it worked in all the islands. The signal is sensational. You can use everywhere. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, please give us a like and subscribe to the channel here, because it really helps us a lot. And don't forget to watch the video on how to save a lot of money during your trip to Greece, a sensational video that's very complete, and it teaches you how to save money on your entire trip, how to assemble it step by step from beginning to the end with the best services, the best tips, and saving a lot on everything. I'll leave the video here along with the playlist that has all the other videos from Greece for you to watch. And that's it, guys. Thank you very much and have nice trips.